Hi folks, I'm Modelers. I'm back again, and today instead of kit reviews or builds, I would like to talk a little bit about something else. Little bit introduction about myself, which I think I have not done that since I started this channel. So I'm from I live in Malaysia, and I'm a Malaysian citizen. So I'm in the Southeast Asia, and also I'm 52, and I have been doing plastic model kits since I was a kid. So I think I started probably when I was about 5. My dad bought these small matchbox kits back then. So that was probably back in 1975. And I don't know, for some reason I got really hooked to this plastic modeling hobby, and I've been actually throughout my entire life I've mostly been continuing to build kits. But there was a certain point in my life where I have actually stopped for a couple of years, or especially when I went to college, went to a university in the United States for about 4 years. But even when I was there, I did build some kits, but of course, I don't have my full sets of tools and paints and everything that is required to build a kit. I think I bought some basic tools, and I built them, and all the kits that I built over in United States, I've left it there or given it to some of my friends when I came back to Malaysia. So what else about me? Okay, so just maybe a little bit about this. So you see this logo, the banner on my channel. So actually this is something, it is I'm gonna start moving a bit. It is this was something from a school project that we had to make. It's actually about sheet metal, how to bend sheet metals, how to weld it. And it's actually just, I think it's supposed to be a letter box or something. But after I completed it, I brought it back. It was actually it was a bare metal, sheet metal color. But when I brought it back home, I painted it, I think in silver and this kind of blue camouflage. And I wrote the letters USSR, because at that time I was also building kits. I think mainly planes and maybe World War II planes or jet planes. So these are actually some leftover decals. So I was just playing around with this, and I think this was, it is probably a plastic model paint. I think this is hand painted, and I drew this. It's supposed to be a wolf, and of course I I copied it from this decal here. and I'm not sure this was for which kit. Of course, there is no word killer wolf, but you know, this was just something that I did. But this is also decal cut up. So yeah. So I think there's American, Japanese. I think this is a World War II American planes markings. I think this is British. I'm not sure what else. So yeah, I think mainly I like drawing and some creativity stuff. So yeah, so I use this for my banner because it is related to plastic modeling, because there are decals, there are paints, camouflage. So this is it. And also, okay, today I would like to show you my what everybody calls a man cave, but it's just my room where I build kits. So I'm gonna start moving around a bit to show you. And so basically, okay, that's the door over there. So if I walk in from the door, the room looks like that. There's a window over there. So okay, I'm gonna just go through here a bit. So this is a new cabinet that I bought recently. So now I have shifted all especially the bigger kits, and all these the kits like the railway stuff and the Kitty Hawk. It was actually like sitting on top of my table here, and also over there. So later I'm going to show you what's there. So from the top I have placed all my railway 172 scale stuff. I moved the huge Gundam thing to the top. Then here I got the the Kitty Hawk, and also this railway locomotive stuff here. And down here I have the mostly 1/35 scale, the Scud B, Chinook, Hindy, the A400M, and then down there I have the 172 scale warbirds, mostly German stuff, the Gigant. And this was I think maybe you might have seen this when I do my like videos. So this cabinet was there, so now it has opened up a bit. So I got the smaller kits over here, and especially down there I have especially those which are not good builds, so that I don't really have to look at it, but the good ones I have placed it on this side. And also something I have something like this. These are actually just some I don't know what it's not really a plastic kit. It's actually something like things which are already made, mostly science fiction stuff, Gundams. It's just for display. This Gundam has fallen off. This is a already built kind of things. So yeah, I did have some interest in collecting these, but these are not kits. It's already made. So yeah, so if you want to take a closer look, there are some tanks here. It's 144 scale probably. So yeah, so these are just some stuff I collected when I was younger, and now I don't collect these kind of things anymore. And okay, so I got the two big cabinets here, and then I have this. Actually, this is where I put most of my stuff. So it's just a board, and actually this is just a cabinet. So over here I have things like a lot of these sandpapers and basically these Gundam markers things. So I'm generally I'm very disorganized. Here I got a lot of mostly tools like screwdrivers, solder wires. So when I was doing the LED thing, I used a lot of things from here. And down here, more things like these are all just stocks of masking tapes, flat plates, that kind of stuff, I guess. And yeah, so these are just stocks of tools and that I use. So moving to here a bit. So since I'm a Gen X, these are the kind of, there is still a cassette player. Still works, and of course I do listen to music when I'm building my kits, and we got these cassette tapes which still works, but I don't really listen that much. And talking a little bit about music, I like many kinds of music. This is The Cure. It's rock, alternative stuff. Basically, I listen to a lot of whatever. This is Earth, Wind and Fire. Of course, these are all old music. I don't really listen to new music these days. This is Thomas Dolby. So I listen to basically a lot of genre, rock, jazz, rhythm and blues, soul. So okay, there's a whiskey box over there. And this is the other cabinet where this is where I keep all the robot stuff, like the Gundam stuff, which I have done a showcase once. So these are all Gundam Bandai stuff, and some really old things are here also. Some even back from the 80s. And then this is where all the other models are kept. So mostly ships in here. I tried to put the ships in the cabinet with the glass door, because when it gets dusty, it's ships are difficult to clean. There are many fragile parts. But I think for bigger, like planes, it's not so bad. If it gets dusty, you can still clean it. So I got the these are the 148 scales. I've done showcases for all of these kits, I think. And so if you are interested, you can go back to my channel and check out those videos. So that's where I parked the LHD-1, the Admiral Entlave. And in here, I do have some stuff here. So yeah, these are some figures. And these are some Star Wars stuff. I have not built these. I have just bought it and kept it. So I don't know. I used to like Star Wars, but recently not too much. Got some hand grenades there, but these are plastic kits. And here there is a scorpion, and actually this is it is a real scorpion. I think I was about 17 when you know, I was with a bunch of friends. We saw this on the road and I actually caught it, brought it to school, and the biology teacher actually put some I don't know what you call that, to preserve it, and it's been, yeah, kept until now. So just gonna leave it there. So that's where I keep all my kits. And then okay, let's go over to my bench, my laptop there. And okay, that's the plant AV which I completed recently. So like I said, I'm very disorganized. A lot of things are just everywhere. Mostly this is where, you know, these are for the paints. I have 1, 2, 3 boxes for the paints, and most of my tools are kept in this box here. So, you know, I would just take whatever I require, and usually it ends up on the table while I'm building. This is also tools. I got a lot of toothbrush which I use for weathering. And this is a brush, and that's where most of the spray can stuff, more tools. And over here, some, I don't know what is this. I do have a bending thing for the PE, but I don't really use this that much. I would just bend it with my tweezers, which is more efficient. Drill bits, weathering stuff. So that's okay. So this is quite new. I used to use this, but this thing died off. Basically, it doesn't light on anymore. So I do have another light placed on top like that. This is just as a stand. And this is the paints. Okay, so this is where I do all my painting, spray airbrush stuff. So this is actually built by myself. I put in the light and I put in the exhaust fan, and this is my airbrush, and the compressors down there. So you can see it's really dirty inside here. And down here I got more stuff. Actually I got some boxes like these, but it's not kits, just some spare parts. I keep all the instruction manuals in there. And then here more boxes, but these are all just I don't know, spare parts, instruction manuals, things like that. And then over here, these are all the Gundam extra things which I don't really use anymore. Spray cans. And okay, so this is something that was a school project when I was in college. So okay, so I'm gonna give out some info here. So I graduated from Kansas State University back in '94. So I brought this back, and it's actually good. I can sometimes hold you know, the the kits using this, but it's really heavy, so not too frequent, I guess. So I have the exhaust here, and you know, goes out to the window, so that I won't suffocate so much. And like I said, I'm a mess, and I do have this for paint spraying and all these stuff to hold the parts. So this is where I usually prepare the paint, then it will go there to be airbrushed. So lots of things like, you know, like these kind of things. These are all, I call them jigs. It's actually to hold the parts or, you know, cover up the parts, things like that. and a little bit more about me. I'm from a mechanical engineering background, so I'm working as an engineer, and I have actually worked in a plastic injection molding company before. So that is why sometimes in my videos I use some technical terms like parting lines and you know, ejector pin marks. That kind of stuff are usually used in plastic injection molding companies. But that company was doing cell phone plastic cases. So actually my dream would be to work in a plastic model manufacturing company. But unfortunately in this country there's none of those factories or companies over here. So, you know, I end up doing other things like machines and things which I'm not too keen, but of course, you know, we have to earn a living. And yeah, so, you know, that's my line of work. So, of course, we don't get to spend too much time building kits. You know, there is work and other things in life. So yeah, so actually I want to, you know, confess a bit about my videos. I know a lot of plastic kit you know, channels. They I know they do a lot of editing, add in music, and they cut short the build into one video. But okay, like I said, I'm Gen X. I'm a bit old-fashioned. I am not good with software stuff, so I don't even have an editing software tool. Of course, I can buy it, but there is one reason why I don't want to spend too much time on editing videos, because my main interest is I love to build kits, and you know, and even building kits I barely have time for it. So if I start doing editing stuff and, you know, spend too much time on that, I would not have time to build models. So my main focus is building the kits, and actually this, you know, taking this video uploading is something extra that I do. And in fact I started doing this about 2 years ago. So before that I did not even have a YouTube channel, and but it's good because I get to show, you know, people what I'm doing. I'm just an amateur. I'm not a professional. So yeah, those are the things. So I don't edit my videos. I just record it, and you know, I use a phone. I use my phone, and you know, after I'm done, I upload it. So that is why if I take a long video and I screw up at the end, usually I cannot chop it off, and you will see those some failure. What do they call that? Fails, or. But you know, that's just how it is, and for me, I'm okay with that. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it's all about the models anyway. It's not really so much about my videos. Here's the thing. I usually keep this super glue, CA glue in Ziploc bags so that it doesn't dry up fast. I used to keep them in the fridge because it's dry in the fridge. But the fridge is downstairs and it's just too much trouble to just walk down every time I want to use this. So I decided to use a Ziploc bag for super glue. So I think that's maybe about me. I'm just having a little bit of, it's actually coffee. It says Guinness, but it's actually coffee. So yeah, that's maybe my introduction to my workbench, to my room, and a little bit about me, what I do. And also, if you would like to know anything else about me, please just let me know. I will be glad to answer it if I can answer it. And yeah, the thing about kits, plastic model, it has evolved a lot throughout time, I guess. And basically here in Malaysia, we don't, there's not too many model shops here. So it is quite limited. But back in those days, those were the only choice that we get. So we just buy whatever is in that shop. But now, everything's available online, and which is good. So we can just browse what we want and we can buy them. And especially back in those days, there were only that few kit makers like Airfix, Matchbox, Tamiya, Hasegawa, and a couple of more smaller companies. But now, you see so many Chinese companies doing kits, which is good, and they are cheap and easily available, and the designs and the types of kits that they have is really amazing. Kits that we have never imagined that can become a kit is now we can actually find it and build it. This is my spare parts toolbox. So all the additional things are here, and so this is where I find any replacement things. I can cut it up, and a lot of these came from Dragon kits, which I don't. It's very hard to find Dragon kits these days. But Dragon kits used to be their style of designing was sharing the sprues. So there was a lot of unnecessary parts that came in the box. I think it's good for spare parts. But the kit comes with like a lot of sprues, but sometimes on that one sprue you will only be using one part and the rest will not be used. But that is how cheap plastic is. They rather inject the entire sprue rather than to make just one piece out of it. So of course I know a little bit about how the plastic injection molding industry works because I used to work in one. And I know how they calculate the costs for the parts. It's usually by the volume, the weight. Because I was a project manager there. So, and about toolings, of course we had in-house tooling and also outsourced. So yeah, so Dragon kits were, they had a lot of spare parts that comes. This is a canopy from one of the planes. I think it's a World War II plane. Okay, so these were the days when I did not know how to use photo etch, so these are all wasted but I still wouldn't be able to bend these, I believe, unless I have a really long, you know, this kind of tools to bend it. So yeah, my skill, of course, you know, has improved over the years. And you know, I'm just learning new things every day. Every time I build a kit, I learn. So yeah, so it's a good thing to, you know, to learn about kits. Pilots that I didn't put in the plane. Torpedoes. So yeah, the plastic modeling world has changed a lot, and actually the world has changed a lot. And but you know, this, I don't know, this hobby doesn't, I thought it would disappear, but it didn't. And as a kid, I used to have some friends who used to build models, but none of them do now. So I don't really have a close friend that builds models. So it's a bit sad because I can't really talk about kits with, you know, other people. Like friends who don't build kits, they are totally not interested to listen to whatever I have to say. Even my channel, they, you know, they won't even view it. But it's okay because it's not their cup of tea. And yeah, so for those of you who have friends who, you know, close friends who build kits, that's a very good thing. I think as a kid, I did even like, you know, we sit down together with friends and build the kits. But everybody, you know, those friends of mine faded out from this hobby, except for me. I'm still stuck with it, and until this day. But another sad thing is, of course, you know, my eyesights are getting really bad. So I require glasses, I require this magnifying glass. So it's really hard to see tiny things anymore. So skill gets better, but you know, eyesight and even my, like, I think my hands are sometimes a bit shaky, or so yeah, those are the things that, you know, deteriorates as you get older. But that's just life. But the interest is there, so I don't know how long I will be building kits. Hopefully, you know, until the last day. So I think yep, this video is getting long. If you're still here with me, thank you for listening to me while looking at all these junk. So yeah, if you would like to know anything else, please let me know. I think I'm gonna end here soon, and next I will do some more reviews, updates. And if you would like me to do something different, please let me know. So because sometimes it's the same old thing, just different kits. I build, I explain, I show. But if you would like me to do something else, maybe I can try. Of course, building the kit, you know, entirely on camera would not be possible. I take a long time to build kits, and my timing is like, you know, maybe once a week I get to build the kits. So yeah, you know, it's not, and I don't have cameras in the room where I can just switch them on and, you know, it starts recording. I'm just using my phone, and you know, that's why it is difficult to to angle it, to, you know. In fact, right now I'm sitting in front of my phone, which is taking this view here, and my phone is if I'm using this tripod here to hold my phone, and usually I would just move around like that. another thing I apologize is, of course, besides my very messy room, is I'm not able to show myself. I'm a bit camera shy, and I'm just an ordinary person. I'm Asian. Nothing special to show, I guess. So, but of course, if you would really like to look at me, maybe I can personally send a photo or something, but not in YouTube probably. Not too good at showing myself. I love showing models, but not me personally. So I apologize for that. And oh yeah, by the way, I do speak some Japanese, some Chinese, although I can't read, and of course Malay language, since this is Malaysia. And mainly I do, mostly I speak in English at work. So I think that's about it for this time, and until the next time, cheers for now, happy modeling, take care, and bye.